I'm one of the girls that's living in the Sci-Fi Safe Harbor home.
I'm really excited to be part of the Sci-Fi Safe Harbor home. I decided at the end of last semester to be involved in this ministry, and one of the things that really drew me to it was the fact that this is a ministry that you can just do by living life.
If you would have met me a few years ago, I would definitely not ever be in a place like this. I would never be working in a house like this. I wouldn't be living here. I probably would still be scared to death to go anywhere near a city, just because it just wasn't where my heart was. I didn't see a point in it. But a few things happened just through taking urban ministry and counseling and mentoring women. Also doing my internship at Open Door Ministries in Denver, Colorado. God just got a hold of my heart in a way and showed me this world where there's so much hurt and pain and brokenness in the lives of these women. And yet God showed me through my internship that there was a beauty in that brokenness. And He showed me that He had a plan for reconciliation for His people, for the people that live here on this earth.
I feel that God calls us to be living for Him every moment, and that living in an area where there's so much need provides an opportunity to be a light. But if we're in a place where there's no darkness, then we can't be the lights effectively that God created us to be. So I just feel that Springfield is a great area to be a light for Christ. And as we're living here, there will be natural opportunities to be a light and to get to know people.
I started doing the sister ministry last year, and I think I started doing it because I was reading through the Gospel of Matthew, and I was reading all the things that Jesus says about clothing the naked and feeding the hungry, and giving water to the thirsty. And I realized that my whole Christian life, I've been very ignorant of the command to go visit those who are in prison. And I live here in Ohio. I'm a reformatory for women, so I was very convicted at the thought that I had given up all those opportunities. So when I heard about this, I was really excited to try it.
Sophomore year, I came into Cedarville and I was looking for a different ministry. I knew that I wasn't sure exactly what God wanted me to do, but I knew it was going to be something cool. And over the summer, a lot of people had talked to me about jail ministries, and I started thinking, Lord, is that something that you want me to do? I don't think I'm really cut out for that. But I got to Cedarville, and I remember sitting in my room one day and I was reading a passage about how the Lord has such a heart for people who are oppressed and who are jailed. And I told the Lord, if you want me to do that, have someone ask me. So I checked my email 2 minutes after I prayed, and Dr. Fagan had sent me an email asking me if I would be interested in this sister-to-sister ministry that she was starting. And I was like, all right, Lord, that's a sign. So I went, and I was really nervous my first time. I wasn't sure what to expect or what would happen. But I got there and I started visiting this girl named Ashley, and Ashley is just an incredible young woman. She's 20 years old, so we had a lot in common. We could really relate with each other.
I am definitely not the best at meeting new people, but once I came for the first time, I sat across from a woman named Kathy, and Kathy has these beautiful bright blue eyes, and she was just so excited to talk to somebody, and I love to listen to people, so it was an incredible time, and I just kept coming back. Kathy ended up being transferred to the Ohio Reformatory for Women, which, like I said, is where I'm from, so that's been a huge blessing to be able to keep writing letters to her and to see how much God is working in her life, but to see how real she is about her struggles and temptations too. So we're very real with each other. I get to read her letters, and I hope to go visit her when I go back to my hometown this winter.
I just really want to challenge all of you guys at Cedarville. There is such a need here in Springfield. There are so many women and men in this prison who would love to have you guys come visit them.
We're no different. Kathy and I would talk about all the time that just because she had a bad past didn't make her any better or worse than me. We were the same people going through the same things, the same Christian struggles.
Honestly, the ground is level at the foot of the cross. I'm no better than those women who are going to be coming into this house, who are going to be a part of this ministry. And He wants to use us to be able to do that. He wants us to be His agents of reconciliation, even in a community like Springfield, where there's so much brokenness and there's so much here. But God still has a plan for Springfield, and a plan to redeem this community and redeem the people that are here and to transform their lives.
So living here is a great way to show these women the transformation that God does in people's lives and to show them how great He is. You don't have to relate necessarily to their past, to their history. You need to have an understanding of what God can do to transform people's lives.
I can't emphasize enough how much God has blessed me through this ministry and how humble I've become because of it, and how much I would encourage everybody else to look into Sister or Brother, hopefully someday.
Definitely give this ministry a lot of thought. Give it prayer. And if you feel like the Lord is leading you this way, I would really encourage you to get involved. You will be so blessed by it, because I certainly was.